this cryptocurrency is going to explode, and it is just a matter of time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make insane profits, you have to listen to me, because I have the track record and I have the proof to show you that I am capable of making you a whole lot of money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a few days ago, actually to be precise, 7 days ago, on this particular channel, I did talk about the price of CFX exploding. So go back 7 days ago and take a look at this particular cryptocurrency, and I did warn you about CFX breaking out and really getting to explode. And guess what CFX did? It did end up pumping a whole lot. So if you look at the best performing cryptocurrencies this particular week, right? Obviously, Conflux CFX has done very well. So, you know, we are obviously making a little bit of progress as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned. So Conflux has done about 27% as of today, because today it has literally dropped by 15%. But yesterday was a crazy pump because the price of CFX reached 23 cents. And remember, in this particular episode, I did tell you that you can make 100% with regards to the price of CFX, and CFX was trading below 15 cents. So I am expecting the price of CFX to go to about 30 cents, and that is definitely going to seal the product. So yes, I did end up selling CFX right at the very top, above 22 cents and a half, and I ended up making a whole lot of money. So this particular price dump to me is a blessing, because I am going to be buying a whole lot of CFX, because there's going to be a continuation to the upside. Now, enough about a trade that we have already profited off of. Now let me introduce you to another cryptocurrency that is still going to do very well, and is still probably going to net you a 30 to about 50% in the next coming week. Guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Klaytn. I'm not really going to dive deep into the fundamental analysis, because I did talk about Klaytn a little bit in the past, and you guys can go back to my previous videos. So we're just going to be basing our analysis on technical analysis, because this is all that we do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to be profitable as we have been, you can always join our Patreon group. And big shout out to Rome LA. He obviously found the value in what we have been talking about. So yeah, big shout out to all the people that are going to be joining us. And by the way, in case you don't really trust me, you can join the free Patreon so that I can add value before you actually upgrade to being a paid member. So I'm going to be sending a few buy and sell signals in the next couple of hours, and you guys can get to benefit off of them. So big shout out to Rome LA. I'm definitely going to be sending some very valuable information. So yeah, if you're watching this right now, kindly follow me on Patreon as a free member, and then if I do deliver on my promises, because I told you I'm going to make you a whole lot of money, you guys are going to be so filthy rich by the end of next year. So only until you find value in the signals or the information that I'm going to be giving you, that's when you can upgrade to being a paid member. So that is a deal and a promise that I'm making to you. So anyway, getting back to this amazing cryptocurrency, which is going to blow up in the next coming few days. Whew, this one is going to make us quite a lot of money. So basically, Klaytn has been in consolidation for a very long period of time, and it's bound to do very well. Just look at that flatlining cryptocurrency line right there. That is a very, very good flatlining price action that I really love, and it is obviously bound to do a lot of explosive moves to the upside. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the current price of Klaytn is around 21 cents. However, we do have a little bit of what do you call this, threats, if I can put it that way. We do have a little bit of threats as far as Bitcoin is concerned. So when it comes to trading, you have to think about all the possible scenarios, right? So before I talk about when you're supposed to be buying Klay, actually I did tell you to buy Klay a long time ago. About 12 days ago, I told you to buy Klay 12 days ago, when the price of Klay was like literally around the bottom of this particular down movement. So that was about 12 12 days ago, okay? 12 days ago, we were talking about Klay, and it did obviously get to bottom out. And if you followed my buy signal right there, you should be around 15%. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, 15% in profit right now. But please, there's going to be more gains to be made. There's going to be more upside. All you have to do is be a little bit patient. So what I'm going to be doing as far as my Patreons are concerned is I'm going to be updating you with regards to the next entries, because you might have missed the bottom. You might have missed this particular entry right over here. You missed all of that. So there is definitely going to be another re-entry. So I'm expecting the price of Klay to sort of drop a little bit and come back to around let's say, for example, let's go to another smaller time frame, because this one is a little bit crazy. But take a look at this. Every time Klay dropped, it really got viciously bought back up. So there's a lot of aggressive purchases as far as Klay is concerned. We have had 3 weeks, okay, 3 freaking dips, and the price has been gobbled up like crazy, and a lot of people are feeding for this particular cryptocurrency. So it's just a matter of time. So the people who are buying whenever it drops, right, these are the people that, you know, really understand what is about to happen. Okay, so obviously going to around you know, more than, or rather half of well, 20 cents, 20.65, okay, that is obviously the best ideal area to buy the price, because there's a lot of you know, buying of the dip whenever this happens. However, this is unlikely to happen. In all honesty, it is unlikely to happen unless the price of Bitcoin drastically drops and wicks to the downside. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, okay, a lot of people have been longing Bitcoin. A lot of people have been you know, buying and just holding Bitcoin. So what's going to happen is the market makers are going to offset those longs, because, you know, they can't really allow a lot of people to make a lot of money just like that. So expect a lot of aggressive wicks, you know, towards the downside as far as Bitcoin is concerned. So I'm expecting a lot of, you know, aggressive selling and aggressive buying, something which is going to be some sort of manipulation just to throw you off guard as far as your leveraged trades are concerned, because, you know, these market makers, they do understand that if they do not really get to throw you out of the trade, right, you're going to make a whole lot of money. So let me give you a few examples of you know, the weeks that I'm talking about that usually happens, especially in an uptrend. So whenever you're having an aggressive uptrend, right, there's going to be moments where, you know, even though the price is pushing up, right, like here, it did push up, it did end up dropping and then continuing like that. And if we go to other time frames, I'm sure you can see these you know, sort of aggressive selling and aggressive buying just to liquidate people who've got leverage trades, because the market makers don't really want you to make money. And this is one of the reasons there's guys like me in the cryptocurrency markets, just to sort of you know, protect your gains and make sure you're okay. So even though I'm long in Klay, right, you have to remember that I bought Klay at the very bottom. So even though it sort of shakes people out, I'm still going to be very good, because my re-entry was there. I did sell these particular weeks right over there. I did rebuy. So in case we end up having like a little bit of a shakeout, I'm still going to be very good. This is probably not going to be the case for you, because you're just going to be buying you know, like pretty soon. So you have to find, or rather you have to be fine with seeing a lot of volatility. Okay, so, you know, the optimum entry for you in the next coming few you know, hours or days is going to be as close to 21 cents as possible, because this is where the fair value is. Take a look at this particular, you know, 1 hour price action right over there. So the price did get thrown to the downside, but the buyers said no, BitConnect. Oh, by the way, that was a BitConnect joke from way back. So if you guys happen to be crypto OGs, you probably remember BitConnect. So yeah, I just thought of you know, throwing that in. So yeah, take a look at this. Okay, so this is going to be a very important you know, trading data that we can use in the future. So remember what I told you: if the price of Bitcoin is going to end up wicking towards the downside, right, everything is going to end up dropping. So this is one of the reasons why you know, I'm really advising you to take a chill pill and just wait for that, dramatic drop in Bitcoin. But you have to be very careful, because in case it doesn't happen, right, you're going to continue making these gains. But as of now. Oh, by the way, the other best entry is obviously this area. Okay, close to 20 cents. So anything which is going to be close to 20 cents and below, or very close to it, is going to be a very ideal area for you to get in. But I'm very, very uncomfortable with telling you guys to buy anything at this particular moment, because right now Bitcoin doesn't really have a lot of way or room to go. Okay, because we're coming to the end of this particular session as far as this particular uptrend is concerned. So this is one of the reasons why, if you end up buying now, you're probably going to you're going to be affected, because in case the price of Bitcoin ends up correcting, right, you're going to end up holding a bag for quite some time. I mean, overall 2024 is very bullish, but I mean, we're here to make profits, and whatever fluctuations, we want to milk them. So why am I saying this is a very dangerous area to buy any coins? Because we're coming to the end of this particular uptrend as far as the weekly time frame is concerned. Let me elaborate. Okay, so boom, this is our sort of order block that I'm looking at as far as resistance is concerned, right? And by the way, this is the weekly time frame. Okay, so we do have that particular order block, and we did slice into it. Okay, so that's the order block that I'm looking at, the one which was created on the 3rd of April to probably around the 10th of April. So now let's move over to the 3-day time frame, because the 3-day time frame is going to allow us to really see what happened in during that particular session, because the 1 week time frame is a little bit too much for my liking. So take a look at this particular 3-day time frame on the 1st of April 2022. Okay, so we extend that, and we extend the we look at this particular body of price action. Okay, so that's the area that we're going to be interested in, because this is where most of the trading action was done. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, so if we extend it, okay, the furthest that I'm expecting Bitcoin in this particular session to go is 45,200 to around 45,800. This is going to be the ultimate selling area. Okay, so perhaps according to Wyckoff schematics, okay, we're probably going to retrace a little bit and push up to this particular line of resistance sideways, then boom, come back and retest these different areas of value. We're going to drop and retrace to about 37,000 to about 35,000 US dollars, and then we're going to continue having our massive bull market. Okay, so now if you take a look at the price of Bitcoin here, there's just a little bit of growth to be done. There's a little bit of, maybe like 5 to about 10% price growth maximum. Now that's a very minute percentage in comparison to the price of Bitcoin if it ends up dropping and correcting towards this particular area of value. So you've got a very bad risk to reward ratio at this particular moment. So if you take a look at this, right, we do have let me say about 15% price point correction in case we end up topping around this particular area. Moreover, maybe the price of Bitcoin is not going to end up pumping to about 45,000. Perhaps this is the top at this particular moment. So what's going to happen if you end up buying alternative cryptocurrencies and just basically getting to hold on to them? What are you going to do? You're obviously going to get stuck. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why, even though I am talking about Klaytn doing very well, I'm very, very edgy about it, and I'm going to be doing it like in a very fast scalping manner. I'm just going to be in, out. I'm going to put my stop losses, and I'm going to be safe, secure, and sound. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to tell you? You're supposed to be winding up your long trades at this particular moment, especially if you really want to reserve and lock in your profits. Now, I understand if you do have a long term perspective, it doesn't really matter because this is just going to be like a blip in our history, in our time frame. So these minute corrections, like a 15% minute correction as far as Bitcoin is concerned, to you it might not really matter, but to a person like me, it does really make a difference because I do not want to lose 15% of my profits that I really worked hard for. So this is one of the reasons why I always play the ups and the bottoms, and I'm always trying to capitalize on whatever trend Bitcoin has, whether up or down. So to me, it is very important. So please consider winding up on your trades temporarily, and you're going to jump back in. There's a lot of time to make a whole lot of money, so don't get greedy. One of the things that I usually tell people is we always learn to be greedy in life, but when it comes to trading cryptocurrencies and any other markets, forex, if you're into that, it's all about taming your appetite for greediness. If you really want to make a whole lot of money trading cryptocurrencies or any other markets, you're supposed to understand how greed affects you and how you're supposed to sort of control your levels of greed. I mean, just get to think about it. In life, we're generally told to be greedy, and being greedy is going to give you an advantage because you need to have the hunger for more, the hunger to do more, the hunger to, create more businesses, more money making opportunities. And once you start making money, you do not want to stop. That is the greediness that has been sort of inculcated in us in order for us to be advantaged. But when it comes to trading cryptocurrencies and any other markets, right, being greedy is really going to lose you a lot of money. You have to know when to get out. You have to know when you're supposed to jump in, because a lot of people end up holding a lot of losing trades, and this is really going to be detrimental to your progress. Okay, so I am telling you right now, I know everywhere else, any areas in your life, you need to be greedy in order for you to have more. But when it comes to trading, you have to be less greedy and be much more on the profitable side as far as analyzing risk and reward. So this is one nugget that I would love you to remember as you watch and go on with your life. So yeah, that's all I had for you. But Clay is definitely going to do very well, believe me. But you're also supposed to, see what Bitcoin is going to end up doing. So yeah, those are the different scenarios and options that I gave you. It's up to you to decipher what you're going to do. And remember, you guys, if you do have a significant portfolio, I can help you make a whole lot of money, okay? So take a look at this video that I made about 7 days ago, how to make $100 trading cryptocurrency in 2024. You don't really need a lot of money to be profitable, because if you're able to make $100 in a day, right, in a month, that's going to be $3,100, and you can have a $1,000 portfolio. Now imagine if you've got $100,000 portfolio. That means you can make 10% of that, which is around $10,000 per day. Multiply that by 31, that's around 31,000 US dollars of passive income, which is crazy. Compound that, you guys are going to be millionaires. So yeah, if you did like how I explained it and what we have been doing on this particular YouTube channel, remember, join the free Patreon group, as in my Patreon, and then subscribe to the free, be a free member. Then if I do give you value, if I do give you information that's going to make you money, then you can upgrade and be a paid member, because I'm going to give you a whole lot of value. So one more time, shout out to Rom LA. 20 hours ago he joined my Patreon, and he's a free member. So big shout out to you, and head over to my Patreon, because this is where I'm going to be updating you. And remember, you can always send me an email if you have any other questions, if you want me to help you with your portfolio, reshuffling, and just making sure that you've got the right strategy to do very well. Then you need to do what you need to do. Send me that email, and talk to you guys a little bit later. For now, bye and take care.